Hi, I'd like you to show how to create Zoomdata with Crate. So the first step you need is the Enterprise Data Connector for Crate. It's available on GitHub. On the Zoomdata account there's this Enterprise Data Source connector for Crate. You simply clone that to your machine. So I've already cloned that to my machine, and inside the file we see a README, instructions how to build the jar file, and also some scripts to execute it. So there's a very easy script that is starting Java and also using that jar file to start the server. So we already created that jar file, and I uploaded it to my server where Zoomdata is running. So here I have the run server script, and also in the target file I have this Enterprise Data Connector. So let's start this server. And see how it's going. So the server is started. Now I'm going to the admin UI to configure the data source. I need to log in as supervisor to create the data source. And here under the connectors, I first of all have to create a new connection server. So for the connection server, you simply specify a socket connector. In this case, this is relative to where the Zoomdata server is running, and the port in our case we configured it to 7337. After you created the connection server, you create a new connection type. So the create connection is the name. You bind it to the connection server you just previously connected, and there's one parameter you need to specify. It's a JDBC URL that is used to connect to the server. So here you can basically configure it, and then the user inside Zoomdata can finally use that connection. So let's go to Zoomdata, to the normal interface. Need to log out here, and then I log in on the Zoomdata server itself. And inside Zoomdata, I then can specify a data source. So if I create a new data source, I see that I have here the Crate connection. I connect it to my Crate cluster, so I like to explore one table. So let's say this is the Crate data source. And then I can specify the connection. So I already configured one, but I can also input new credentials. So I'm connecting it to a list of servers. I can specify multiple servers separated with a column, and after that it is discovering all the tables that are stored in my Crate cluster. So just select table GitHub, and then I see the fields that are available there. I also have the possibility to give them better names, whatever, actor log, for example, and also hide some of the fields there. I can also schedule rediscovering of the schema periodically, and finally I can then start select the time series column that I want to use for the time axis there, and store my data source. After that, you're ready to start visualizations, which I will show you in a separate screencast.